So this I might have to redo this video because it might start like block, might not continue to go live because I only have so much bandwidth. But let me go through it. So I did the thumbnail for this a couple of days ago, so I've been meaning to do this for a while. Who is the most popular self-proclaimed narcissistic expert on YouTube? Um, how do I how did I get this information? Well, one video that I did several weeks ago. Where is it? Well, there's a few videos that I did. One video, who's the bigger manipulator, Dr. Ramani or Richard Grannon? And then there's another video, I think. Let me just see. I'm just going down the comment section, which I do every once in a while. Is Richard Grannon a psychopath? What happened between he and Sam Vaknin, I believe? Yeah. Those two videos seem to be the ones where people give their opinion. Let me just check here. Yeah, those two videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read some comments here. If you have comments on this, just add a comment, right? Okay. Let me just do this real quick. Okay. So, let me take this. All right, so going down to the latest video, which was the latest comment, which was 2 days ago. I like Grannon. Oh, let me. I like Grannon. He studied and worked so hard by himself. Yesterday, I found out a clue in one of his videos about fetish split by narcissist. Video self discipline, minute 48:33 seconds, that I lived years ago. Finally, I could address what happened, and now it happened. He's great explaining. No one else has explained this. Okay, so Richard Grannon tends to have a skill for explaining things, dumbing down things. So that's good. Let me see here. Another comment. Take what you need and leave the rest. These are not your buddies. We don't even need them. I agree in a little bit. I learned a lot from originally I learned from Richard Grannon about, I forget what you call it. It was several years ago. Not dissociation. When a certain scenario happens and then it triggers something in your mind. He called it something, and I forget what it called. You basically, well, I think it was what, PTSD or CPTSD. He was talking about that, and you're like reliving the scenario again in your mind. I forget what he called it, unconscious something. He doesn't talk about it again anymore, of course. But anyways, um, okay. So Dolores Dolores Sosa says, "There's no substitute for learning about narcissism from a pathological narcissist, as Dr. Sam Vaknin. I have no interest in how many subscribers one has. If you want to truly understand and dig deep into the mind of a narcissist, the different types of narcissists, and why one is lured into the shared fantasy, open brackets, the fantasy the narcissist believes to be true, Dr. Sam Vaknin is it. Period." Okay, that seemed very definitive. All right, let's see. Uh, okay. Yolis Wambatuma says, I may not know Dr. Ramani personally, but I believe I came across her teachings and she has opened our eyes. Opened our eyes? Were you two people watching at the same time? What? How do you talk for someone else? Okay. And she has opened our eyes on narcissism because some of us didn't even know the damages the narcissist can cause in people's lives, and we respect her for that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you that English is not your first language. Um, yeah. But talking for someone else, I don't know. You can't read other people's minds. You could talk for yourself. I remember Dr. Ramani. I watched one of her narcissistic videos when she was a guest speaker on some another show. Yeah. Aside from that, I don't know. I tried to watch some of her videos. Nothing hit home like the first one. You know. Anyways, um, here's another one. Curious Kitty. I can relate better to RG, Richard Grannon, obviously. He's helped me. I find Sam Vaknin harder to listen to. So do I. Especially when they're long and they get all kind of boring, I tune out. But I keep them on in the background. Sometimes something triggers me to kind of listen closely. Um, yeah, he's got the good beginning, you know, on camera, not in person, as I did a thing about that. Yeah, he doesn't have that charisma in public speaking, but on the camera, he's got his shtick going at the beginning. Then in the middle, kind of gets, you know. Okay. So she says, "Curious Kitty." I'm assuming it's a she, um, or at least non-binary. I find SV harder to listen to. It's the same principle relayed in different ways, so whatever works for you. Messages, not the messenger. Agreed. Um, so replying to the video, who's the bigger manipulator, Dr. Ramani or Richard Grannon? Daniela Spitz says Grannon. He's horribly grandiose and sexist and acts like a good guy. Dr. Ramani doesn't hurt anyone, even if you don't like her. What? How do you know Dr. Ramani doesn't hurt anyone? I think that was personal, talking from personal experience. Or it could be because he's English. Is he English? Oh, he's English that lived in Wales and like his accent's all over the place. It could be a cultural thing, you know? Like people from France, you could kind of take them very. They got this weird, in your face type of critique like sense of humor, and it could be taken quite badly elsewhere. All right. Is there any other ones here? Oh, well, in the video I said, titled Richard Grannon versus Sam Vaknin, Psychopath versus Psychopath. Gozitan says one qualified, the other not. Now I'm thinking, like, which one is qualified? If both of them are narcissistic, or one of them is psychopathic. I don't know. Or maybe both now. Who knows, really? Um, Here we go. Again, on the video is Richard Grannon a psychopath? And KC Bell states, come on guys, grow up, stop speculating. Geez, what we have here playing out before us is clearly and simply a homosexual lovers quarrel. Anyone else enjoying Dr. Sam V's published papers, videos, books, etc., and are not victims or survivor of abuse? Just curious. All right. What else? Fifi K states, Dr. Vaknin is the only person I listen to about narcissism. Most of the YouTube content is damaging because it is no longer educational, but is monetizing very complex psychological conditions. Wait, let me expand on this here. At the moment, everyone seems to be an armchair psychologist, and there's obviously a huge appetite from the general public for this type of information. But as an honors student in psychology, the amount of misinformation and simplifying of complex mental health is frustrating. Even what is being said here is wrong. Simply wanting validation from the public or people in your life is not narcissism, it's normal. From what I understand, that wanting validation or narcissism is normal too. It's when it becomes pathological, beyond normal. But I'm not going to say anything further than that. I'm not qualified to. So, what else? Maritas says, besides the fact that I have my shower cap on, first of all, it was a bonnet holding my hair in place. I can never watch Ramani because her face is so overly expressive. I know she's seen as an expert, but what I heard of her, het, eyes closed, I did not appreciate much. Rather listen to Little Shaman, Vaknin, and Granin. Granin and I parted from long ago. Too self-involved. Okay. There you go. Oh, Vaknin's, Granin, and I. Okay, so Little Shaman. Let me see who this is. I have no idea who this is. ITTLE. Little Shaman. The Little Shaman. Healing. Let me see one of these. Of course, there's commercials. Say hello, hello, hello. Have you heard of Little Shaman? I never have.
Hey everybody, it's Shaman Sister Sin, and you're listening to
Shaman, sorry.
More podcast brought to you by BetterHelp.com and LittleShaman.org. That's me, Little Shaman. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that virtually everybody dealing with narcissists encounters, and that is that narcissists objectify other people. Pathologically narcissistic people seem to view all people as objects that can be controlled, used, stolen, bought, sold.
Okay, so they're all audio. Okay, let me put a subscribe there. And see that. Does she say who she is? Let's see. The shaman. Stop squeezing the shaman. The Little Shaman's new YouTube channel. helping you understand and heal from fro dot dot dot, and I can't expand this. Okay. Oh, from toxic relationships. Okay, it's down in the description. For business inquiries, location US, website. So it's set up as a business right from the start. Is this her, little shaman? To support your journey. Oh, do you like Crappy Childhood Fairy? She talks about CPTSD a lot. Tools to support your journey. Books by Lil Shaman. General information, main site. Eh. Are you being abused? What is abuse? Society doesn't take narcissism. Okay, so it's like her podcast, and then she just uploaded them to YouTube. All right, it is what it is. I guess it's something for. I don't know, because Maritas doesn't pay attention to Vaknin and Granin anymore, and she listens to Little Shaman. Okay. And some more here. Professor Sam Vaknin is all we need to really learn about narcissism. Here, the Lotro nerd says the narcissistically abused can become the narcissistic abusers, and the narcissistic abusers can make themselves look like they were the ones narcissistically abused, which they may or may not have been. Your judgment will have to be your judgment. Does Ramani give me odd vibes? Sure. Does that mean that everything they say is garbage? No. Her articulation on gaslighting was very insightful. Does it mean that everything they say is right? Also, no. Gotta come to your own conclusions through your own discernment process. I think that best sums it up. I'm going to stop here because equal for, well, Richard Grannon, they agree that he's a tool. Sam Vaknin, certain people like him. Ramani, certain people like her. The shaman, little shaman, I don't know. I didn't seem too enthralled with it, but some of the titles seem, I guess if I'm in a mood and it comes up in my feed, I will look at it. But it does seem like it's a popularity contest. But if you get the same information from anyone else, it's all the same, eh? It's all the same. And even for myself, I mean, I'll listen to different people, and there's newer people coming on who are actually diagnosed more and more, diagnosed narcissists, and are in BPD, and get information like that, I guess you call it more anecdotal, more personal experience. I think that's kind of what I like now, because I've been through everything else. So that is that. I'm glad this live worked out because another video was uploading and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna upload, but there were no glitches in this live, so I will see you in the next one.